What's your story?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and once again, welcome back to the Three Quirks and a Turk, and we hope that you are actually having a wonderful week. It's Friday, can you believe that, guys? It's Friday. Why be moody? Shake that booty and tune in to the Three Quirks at 89.3 FM. We're in Sydney, and we're going live, and we're going national and worldwide too, guys. This man, Mr. Sumiit, has actually traveled over 120 cities and 15 countries. I'm assuming, Mr. Sumiit, that you're traveling around to spread all the love and the beautiful story about life coaching. Is that correct?
Yeah, I hope so. I'm doing the right thing right now.
Yeah. So talk to us about life coaching. For those who don't know, what is life coaching, man?
So let's look at the people around us.
Yeah.
And what we find increasingly is that people are moving around with a plastered smile on their faces.
A plastered smile?
Plastered smile, a plastic smile, a plastered smile.
Okay, interesting.
To me, it seems that people are trying to smile from outside, but from the inside, they are very, not happy. They are depressed. They're sad. But they have to live in the society. They have to do the work that they do.
Interesting.
But how do you know they've got a plastic smile?
It shows up when you look at the body language. So the eyes normally are the giveaways.
Yeah.
So when you look at the eyes, they don't match the smile. Yeah. Eyes are not smiling really.
So is Fong plastic or she's genuine?
Fong is an expert. So
he's very smart too.
Smart, eh?
Yeah. So increasingly over the years, I have been dealing with this situation where I find people, and including myself, it's a personal growth journey as well. People who want to smile, but the smile just doesn't come. They have to force themselves. And we need to look at something which is larger than what's on the surface.
Yeah.
So everyone has 8 areas in their life that need to be satisfied for them to really feel happy and fulfilled.
Okay, what's those 8 areas we're talking about? Like, what 8 areas do you feel that people need in their life to actually make them have a fulfilling life and that they actually love their life?
Yeah, so the 8 areas, they come from a very important concept in life coaching called the Wheel of Life. And these areas are business and career, finances, the health, the family and friends, the relationships that people hold with them, romance and intimacy that they have, their own personal growth, fun and recreation, and the last one is their physical environment.
Davey, have you ticked off all those areas?
Funny. Let's bring you back to one other question. I'd like to ask one other question, and a lot of people say that happiness doesn't really revolve around money. I disagree with that because I found that's the opposite. Because if you don't have money, your wife will be nagging you. Honey, have you paid the bills? Where's the milk? Where's the bread? So to me, you need money to be happy in your life. Girls, am I correct to disagree or agree?
That's actually where I'm coming again to, is that finances is really, or the money is really one aspect of life.
Yeah.
Now we have so many people, like the famous actor Robbie Williams. So he was very successful professionally. He was rich, and he was doing everything that others would believe would make someone happy. But what did we see really? He had a tragic end.
He did.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. Everyone
so
was shocked.
there was something which was not right, and he was very lonely. His relationships, as we hear from the media, were just not doing good.
This is something that's interesting to me as well, and I'd like to bring Peter involved in this because you've been involved in the dancing industry, and also you work with a lot of celebrities as well. What's interesting, right, is that I've noticed over the years is that a lot of celebrities, they have fame, they have money, and yet they're not happy. Now, I want to ask you something. Why are they not happy?
Yeah, so coming back to these 8 areas, so what we normally see are like 3 or 4 areas of their life, but the other areas probably are not as balanced. Now, why we call it as a wheel of life? It's called a wheel because if we try to rate ourselves, or I can show you here, it's not a physical media, but we really have a wheel here.
So folks, for those at home, it's pretty much a wheel, and on this wheel there's pretty much 8 fact, business, career, finance and health, family, friends, romance, personal growth, fun and recreation and physical environment. So I'm assuming that you will get your clients to fill that wheel out, right? And from that wheel, they need to draw and see how their life is around that wheel.
Exactly. So what we find out is that when they plot themselves on their lives on this wheel, they find that it just doesn't look like a wheel. It's probably a star, not a positive star, but a star means there are areas which are very low and there are areas which could be high. So whenever there is an area or more areas which are low and there's less fulfillment in those areas, it kind of makes us unhappy from inside. And that's where we have all these people around us moving with plastered smiles. Now, the purpose of a life coach is really to help a person who is struggling in a certain area to move from one place to another, which is the desired dream destination. But that cannot happen if it's not a balanced wheel.
So you mentioned that a lot of people are at a fork in your life, and don't be rude, folks. A fork as in a direction of fork, like left or right here we're talking about.
With different pathways.
Different pathway. So explain that metaphor to our listeners. Why do you think that a lot of people are in a fork in that situation in their life?
So my experience has been that people come and they believe or they have been told or conditioned in a way to believe that they do certain things and they earn money, they earn respect in the society, and that's where they'll move forward and they'll keep moving forward. Now situations come in where these other areas of life start affecting them. And they come at points where they have to make a decision. Do I go this direction or that direction? Now that decision is, or the weight up to that decision is very debilitating. It drains away the energy. People are not able to take decisions because if they take a decision in a certain direction, somebody else can get affected. Probably a family relationship will get affected if they work towards their career.
See, I don't want to interrupt you there. It's a valid point you just said, because you can never, ever get that will correct. Because there will always be one part of the wheel that's missing, or it's crooked, it's not straight. So can you really get a true happiness and a balance on that wheel of life?
Yes, we can. And the key mantra here is not to try and make a wheel very big. Keep it moderate, but keep it balanced, which means that there will be some sacrifices that have to be made in a certain area to be able to balance out other areas. And the more balanced the wheel looks, in the 8 areas, that is which will give more happiness. And as we balance out the wheel first, that inner sense of fulfillment starts coming in. And after that, what happens is that we can start growing the wheel in a very balanced way.
What's your story?